there's little doubt the economy will dominate this year's elections. Voters are less focused on the war in Afghanistan, where President Barack Obama wants to begin drawing down U.S. forces by the middle of next year.
The pace of our troop reductions will be determined by conditions on the ground, and our support for Afghanistan will endure. But make no mistake, this transition will begin, because open-ended war serves neither our interests nor the Afghan people's.
Afghanistan remains the Obama administration's top foreign policy challenge. And even though U.S. casualties have increased in recent months, domestic support for the war remains stable, says Quinnipiac University pollster Peter Brown.
Interestingly, the group that is most supportive of the president's war policy are Republicans and conservatives, who are less likely to support anything else that he's on his agenda.
Republican gains in November could solidify support for the Afghan war in the short term, but they could also increase the potential for conflict in Congress if Democrats press for withdrawal of U.S. troops, says American University expert Alan Lichtman.
So in fact, if Republicans make gains, particularly at the expense of liberals, that's going to make it easier for Barack Obama to continue to pursue the war in Afghanistan, but ironically it may make it a little tougher for him to begin withdrawing.
Republican gains in Congress could strengthen the hand of conservatives, pushing the president for tougher action against Iran, including a military option. Henry Now is an expert with the Conservative Heritage Foundation.
I doubt seriously if sanctions are going to bring them around on stopping their nuclear program. That's, of course, Obama's, I think, view of the way the world works. And they're going to continue to make trouble.
Additional conservative voices in Congress could mean more pressure on the president to take a tougher line with Russia, China, and North Korea, says Alan Lichtman.
They will have a much stronger voice, and they'll be pressuring Obama to be more like George W. Bush, more unilateral, tougher, more willing to use military force.
The most immediate impact of Republican gains in November could be on a new strategic arms reduction treaty with Russia. Senate ratification requires a two-thirds majority, and the prospects are uncertain. Jim Malone, VOA News, Washington.